What's up, guys? It's Gardy B with the Jenkins Jonez show. As always, I'm here with my good internet buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
What's up, guys?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas? And if you fuck with us, you want to see more of our content, please jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
One thing that was not a lie was that Bron did pull up to the Drew League, which I thought was an incredible move in passive-aggressive front office game management, which is something he's obviously the greatest of all time at. But very special for Bron to pull up to the Drew. I happen to know basically every single person on the team that he played against. Special for Dion Wright was the one, Tyler, that everyone was tweeting about. He was the one who was trying to guard him, and he always played with his eyes real wide when he was at like St. Bonnie and Mayfair or whatever. And everyone saw that and was like, "Oh, he had him scared." I was like, "No, the Wright brothers just open their eyes real fucking wide when they play basketball for whatever reason." But he did, to your point, Tyler, he'll have something for the rest of his life because that's a career hooper, as good hoopers on that team. And that dude can always say he shook Bron and scored for the rest of his life.
But that man, he talking this shit on Twitter now, if you've seen it. He was like, Bron had 40, I had 20. For every 2 Bron had, I had 1. We almost won. They only beat us by 2. We done beat their ass without Bron. And where's the lie?
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Big facts.
You had DeMar and you had Bron. And by the way, they had Casper Ware, who the Ware family at the Drew League is like
Casper
Michael
didn't
Jordan
even
in
shoot,
the NBA.
which was tripping me, bro. Like, Casper got a gun on him. He was like, Bron, do your thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Casper,
I seen Casper put up 40 at the Drew. Like,
I bring up Casper
every
time people talk about how hard it is to make it to the NBA, or like this dude must be, this dude who's 15th on the roster is trash. I always bring up Casper Ware. He was Conference Player of the Year and Conference Defensive Player of the Year his senior year. He is about as good a hooper as you'll ever see. He put so much muscle on his body that he would cramp up because he went over how much muscle his frame could hold, and he got a summer league look in the NBA. You know what I mean? That dude, he will cook with NBA dudes regularly at the Drew League. His dad is a legend at the Drew League. He's a legend at the Drew League. But like, if you're in the league, you are a killer. Like, I don't care how trash you are, you're a killer.
Pooh Jeter's like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude that'll put up 100 on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, won't miss a shot when shooting around. And I think he got like, half a season or a summer league look or something like that. You know what I mean? Bobby Brown, same way. Dudes, I think Bobby Brown put up like 50 at the Drew once. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog went overseas, averaged like 20-something, 30 points a game. I think he played a season with the Rockets or something. It was a season with the Clippers, you know what I mean? Yeah. So these dudes are gods, you know what I mean? And it's just the league is just hard. I think they're undersized though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Casper's for sure. That's for sure. He's really small, and that's why
like my height. You know what I mean? But they're a bucket though for sure.
But that's the thing is like there's lots of buckets out there, and if someone's a 6'3" bucket and you're a 5'9" bucket, it is what it is.
Because that 6'3" bucket can at least play defense. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to shoot over 5'11". It's easy to shoot over 5'9". You feel me? Like,
well, and that's the crazy thing about Casper. Like, he was Big West Defensive Player of the Year. He was fucking lockdown, but you're just not going to lock down 6'6" dudes. Like, they're just not.
It's not happening, bro.
It's just not going to happen.
No.
Tyler, what'd you say? You said if Bron scored 128 on you in a quarter, but you got 1 bucket on him, that's the end of every argument you're in for the rest of your life.
Bro, I'm bringing that up every basketball argument. Whenever things escalate to a point, when I'm arguing basketball with someone, I am laying that big joke on the table like, yeah, all right, motherfucker, that's how I did Bron then, since you think you know every motherfucking thing about basketball. I put Bron in the spin cycle. You did it, motherfucker.
Ask the GOAT about me, nigga.
Yeah, ask about me.
What I'm saying?
Ask LeBron James what I did to that name.
Brian know me. Pull up that one clip of 3 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
He'd have his phone background. He'd find a way to make a phone background a video.
Hell,
you know what I mean?
Screen cap it. I already found a way just that quick, nigga. Fuck it. I did that shit quick, nigga. Fuck you mean? Shit.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, shout out to the Wright brothers. Shout out to E. Will. Shout out to everyone who they lost by 2 points to DeMar, Bron, and Cass, bro. You can't.
Bron had a very Bron game too. Like, he had for the 40 points, hella
42, 16.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he missed the free throw at the end to give him a chance to win it. Like, very Bron of Bron. You know what I mean? Argue with the refs right after that,
Oh, and by the way,
That's our guy.
that was the other clip that went viral was him arguing with Kevin Cutler, who was the ref. Kevin Cutler is an NBA ref who got to the NBA through the Drew League, but he played at Long Beach State. He's 6'8", and he is about as real a dude as they come. And so people were like, "Oh, look how he's talking to the Drew League ref." I was like, he's not talking to Kevin Cutler any type of way.
He told him to calm his ass down. You saw him give him the calm his ass down hand. Like, I got this, bro. You fucked up. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. You Brian, but you fucked up. You missed the free throw. It is what it is. So
accept it. It's fine. You're at the Drew League. We all miss free throws.
If they would have lost, though, oh God, would have missed that free throw. Oh man, he'd had to come back next week. you gotta get that stank out your mouth, bro. I don't care. But what was interesting about that? I watched the first half and I watched a little bit like the end of the game or whatever. It's like Bron. I mean, like I said, he had a Bron game, but he was just doing whatever the fuck he wanted on some play shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like shooting shots he wouldn't normally shoot. You know what I mean? It was like, this is cardio for this nigga. You know what I mean?
He had a move before he missed a three that I'd never seen him make before. That was like a backwards drop step. I don't know how to describe it. Like he was in the corner and then he did like a spin move in the opposite direction, and the defender was like off the court. Just like, what the fuck was that?
Right. He was just testing shit out, man. You know what I mean? In front of everybody, nigga. NBA.com had this link and all that. It's crazy.
Somebody, I think it might have been Wob, but somebody had tweeted that the midseason tournament they'd like to see played at like the Drew or the Rucker or stuff like that. And Kevin Durant was making fun of him for that opinion, but I actually thought that would be, really an interesting idea to do something different, because other sports are doing that. College football plays, like they have the bowl game that's played at Yankee Stadium. They play places you don't normally play. Basketball's tried it a little bit, like with the aircraft carrier shit, where they played on the wet floor, which is not a great idea. But hockey, the only hockey games I watch every year are those outdoor classic ones where they play on a lake. I love that shit.
Fucking gorgeous.
Beautiful. So I don't know. I'd actually like to see basketball just try and do something. I mean, I know they wouldn't make enough money off the Drew League shit because they couldn't fit enough people in there or whatever, but I'd be interested in them. I'd be more interested in that tournament if it included some different venues or something like that. What did you guys think of that?
I think I totally see where Kevin Durant is coming from, where he's like, motherfucker, please, because you can't be putting out max contract guys out on fucking, concrete at the Rucker or, fucking 1998 hardwood at the Drew or whatever that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because when players go to these spots, they're not playing with their notch all the way turned up. You know what I'm saying? They're taking care of themselves. They know they're not playing on in the best conditions. They're going, half speed. And you asking these guys to go wall to wall in conditions like this, I don't see it. I don't think the players will be for that.
The energy is so much better though than the NBA arena. I agree with all the points, and that's why it will not happen, as well as the point about money, Mike, that you made. Yeah. I agree with all those, you know what I'm saying? But the energy is just so much better when it's just fucking wall to wall, thick in that motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like it was really fun to see Brian in that space, you know what I mean? At fucking 38, whatever the fuck he is now, you know what I mean? Like, crazy.